Hello and welcome to our next lecture on ABBYY Flexi Capture. And today we'll be learning how to extract tables out of an invoice or a document. So as you guys can see, I have a two-page invoice which has a table that spans to till second page. And we can see on the last page or the second page there's a total invoice amount mentioned, and we have the table headers mentioned here, and this is the invoice number. So let's get started. So firstly, let's create some headers and footers for this invoice. So as like if you have 10 different vendors, so they'll be sending you the different invoices, and most probably their tables will also be different. So for each vendor, we'll be creating a different table. So like in this case, we'll be creating for Barbara Black. So click on header, click here, just drag it, make it a static text, make it as a required element, click OK. For the footer, I know that I have to go till this page, so I'll mention this as a footer, make it as a static text, and I know that this will not be repeated on any page. So I have both in place, and let's just extract out a few fields. So let me just click here, let me just grab this invoice number, make it as a label field, keep it as an invoice number only, and we write in the center any text as a field. Let's just grab invoice date, make it as a label field, write at the center any text. Okay, so let's just check out whether we are able to find it. Oops, it's saying that it's not able to match this invoice. But if you just click control and select this one as well and do a match, then it is able to find out everything. So it has identified your header, your invoice date, invoice number, and a footer. So by this we can know that if it's a two-page invoice, plus I have also mentioned like it's like allow multiple page documents. So I have maximum number of pages of 2. So the tip here is when you have multiple pages, you need to select both of these and then do a match, and keep the footer on the last page. By the last page I means, let's suppose you have a 100-page document but you want to extract details till 50th page, so in that case you'll be keeping your footer till 50th page only. So just try to find out something unique on that page and make it a footer. Okay, now let's go into extracting this table. So for this, here we do a somewhat a different thing. Here we create a block first and then an element. So go and create a table block. Let me name it my table and add the columns here. As you can see, quantity, and then I have item, then I have description, then I have unit price, then I have extension. Okay, we are all set with our column names. Click apply and OK. And next what we're gonna do is create an element of type table, and let's name it as table 1, and just specify the block that you just created. It will automatically take up all the columns here. You can arrange them in a proper order, and if you want to like move it a little bit up or down, then you can do it by using these arrow keys. And then just go, and you can see that we have options here that we need to look for header obviously, and then the header is on each page. Just go and check it out. Yes, we have headers on each page, and you can play with these properties. If in case the ABBYY is not able to identify your table, Let's just keep them as default. For the footer, let's click look for footer, and let me just mention this keyword so that it stop the table stops there. Total invoice amount, and you like the footer is not on each page. Also, instead of mentioning this, you can go by mentioning the footer for the table, not for the complete document, but for the table. But let's just keep it simple. And here you have an option like either let Abby detect the rows automatically, or you can give a master column. So like in case your description comes in like 2 or 3 lines, then in that case you can either give item or the extension as a separator for our rows. So let me just give extension and click OK, apply. Okay. Last but not the least is we need to mention this table here, and now just go on, select control, click both to a match, and voila, we have all the rows extracted out of this table from all the pages perfectly. That's all for it, guys. Thanks for watching.